All right, grab your wallets and maybe a stress ball, because we need to talk about Apple's plans for 2026. We just saw the silent drop of the AirTag version 2, and look, it's cool. It has better precision finding with the Apple Watch and some nice tweaks. But let's be honest with each other. That is just the appetizer. The main course for 2026 is looking absolutely insane. We are talking about over 20 new products. I know, usually Apple years are pretty predictable, right? You get a slightly faster phone, a slightly faster watch, and we all pretend to be shocked. But this year, the roadmap is leaking like a sieve, and it is painting a picture of a completely different Apple. We have folding phones, budget MacBooks that actually sound affordable, and some weird smart home stuff that sounds straight out of sci-fi movie. Let's kick things off with a Mac lineup, because this is where things get spicy immediately. Rumor has it we are getting a double dose of MacBook Pros this year. First up, likely very soon, we are expecting the spec bump update, the M5 Pro and M5 Max chips. These are going to be your classic, reliable workhorses, faster render times, better efficiency, the usual suspects. But if you can wait until the end of the year, that is when the real magic happens. Later in 2026, we are expecting a major redesign featuring OLED displays on the MacBook Pro. Finally, right? We have been asking for those deep, inky blacks and vibrant colors on a Mac for years. There is even chatter about a touchscreen version, which honestly sounds like a fingerprint nightmare to me. But hey, some people love it. And with the rumors of the dynamic island shrinking on the iPhone, could we finally see a proper dynamic island on the MacBook? Maybe even Face ID? Please, Apple, just give us Face ID on the Mac and take my money. But here is the curveball that has everyone talking. We aren't just getting high-end beasts. We are supposedly getting a brand new, low-cost MacBook. We're talking about a machine that might be called the MacBook SE, or maybe just the MacBook. It's rumored to launch this spring with a 13-inch screen and a bunch of fun, nostalgic colors. Think vaguely reminiscent of the old iBook days. The kicker here is the price. The leaks are suggesting this thing could drop for as low as $699, or maybe, if we're dreaming big, $500. Can you imagine? A brand new Apple laptop for $500? That would absolutely crush the Chromebook market for students. It's wildly un-Apple to be that cheap. But hey, 2026 is clearly the year of surprises. Now, let's shift gears to the iPad, specifically the little guy. The iPad mini has felt like the forgotten middle child for a while now. Sometimes it gets love, sometimes it gets ignored for 3 years. But the next refresh is looking promising. We are hearing it's finally getting an OLED display. And the big prayer here is for promotion. That sweet, buttery smooth 120 Hz refresh rate. If they do that, this becomes the ultimate portable gaming and consumption tablet. The iPad Pro Mini we have all been begging for. Okay, moving out of your backpack and into your living room. Apple is apparently ready to take over your house. We have heard about this for a while, but it looks like it is finally happening. There's a new home hub device coming. Picture a square, 6 or 7-inch screen that looks like someone smashed an iPad and a HomePod together. It's designed to be your central command station. It runs a new, supercharged version of Siri, hopefully one that actually understands what you're saying. It handles your calendar, plays your music, and controls your smart home. But that's not the only hardware. Apple is rumored to be launching their own line of smart home accessories. We are talking about an Apple-branded smart security camera utilizing HomeKit secure video, and potentially even a smart thermostat and a smart lock. This is huge because historically, Apple plays nice with other companies like Eve or August, but now, it looks like they want to own the whole stack. It makes sense. If you have an Apple camera, you know the privacy is locked down, and the integration will be seamless. But it is definitely a new frontier for them. Now, let's get weird for a second. The AirPods Pro. You love them. I love them. They are great. But how would you feel if they had cameras? Yeah, you heard me right. There's a very strong rumor floating around about an AirPods Pro 3 Plus sort of situation. These wouldn't just have better audio chips. They would have infrared cameras built into the stems. Why? It's all about spatial awareness and gestures. Imagine being able to control your music not just by tapping the stem, but by swiping your hand in the air next to your ear, kind of like the Vision Pro gestures. It sounds like overkill and honestly a little bizarre, but it also sounds exactly like the kind of over-engineered tech Apple loves to flex with. It bridges the gap between audio and mixed reality, without you having to wear a giant ski mask on your face. Speaking of software, iOS 27 is on the horizon. We are hearing Apple is deepening their partnership with Google to make Siri less, well, dumb. They are also building their own AI chatbot directly into the OS to compete with ChatGPT and Claude. This means your iPhone might actually become a helpful assistant rather than just a notification machine. But let's be real, you are here for the iPhone news. The fall event is going to be the main event. We are expecting the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max, naturally. The rumors here are pointing to a smaller dynamic island, maybe even hiding those Face ID sensors under the display for a cleaner look. And of course, the cameras are going to get another massive upgrade. But the star of the show, the device that has been a rumor for a decade, the iPhone Fold. Yes, it looks like 2026 is finally the year Apple enters the foldable market. We are expecting a book-style fold, similar to the Galaxy Fold or the Pixel Fold. The big differentiator? Apple has supposedly figured out a hinge mechanism that makes the crease basically invisible. If they can pull that off, it changes the game. A foldable that feels like a normal glass slab when you open it? That is the dream. It will probably cost a small fortune, likely north of $1,800, but for the tech enthusiasts who have been waiting for Apple to innovate on form factor, this is it. This is the iPhone 10 moment all over again. And just to wrap up with some wild cards, there is some chatter about the return of the iMac Pro. A larger, more powerful all-in-one for the creative pros who don't want a tower. And, believe it or not, rumors of a smart wearable pin. Think AirTag meets AI camera that you wear on your shirt. We saw the humane pin crash and burn, so I have no idea how Apple plans to make that category work, or if they should even try. But with Johnny Ive and OpenAI supposedly working on hardware, maybe Apple feels the pressure to compete in the wearable AI space. So, that is the landscape for 2026. It is chaotic, it is packed, and it is expensive. We have cheap MacBooks, folding iPhones, cameras in our ears, and Apple watching our front door. It is going to be a massive year for the ecosystem. I want to know what you think. Is a $500 MacBook a good idea, or will it just be underpowered e-waste? And are you actually ready to trust Apple with a security camera inside your house? Drop a comment down below because I really want to see the debate on this one. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button so the algorithm knows we exist, and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the next leak. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.